Greetings from the Wasteland, and welcome to our weekly check of the highlights of new releases headed to an independent record store near you. Again, if you'd like to see the full list, because we can't cover everything on any given week because there's just so much of it, head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. From there, just click on upcoming releases, and you'll see everything there is to see there. But now, let's get going. This is what we've got on tap for Friday, December 9th, 2022. And let's kick it off, since it is the Christmas season, with a Christmas album. Something new from Alicia Keys. This is Santa Baby. Our description says this 11-track album will feature her soulful, raw, and fresh reimagining of 7 beloved holiday classics, as well as 4 original songs written by Keys. Looks like we only have a black vinyl version of this to go with, so Santa Baby by Alicia Keys will list for about $30. Highly anticipated, according to our description, the new one from John Legend, called Legend. This double LP features lots of other artists helping Legend out as well. So the 2LP Legend will list for about $38. Something new-ish also from Imagine Dragons. This is called Mercury Act 2. Mercury Acts 1 and 2 were originally released in July of this year. Act 1 has already come out on vinyl, and now it is time for Act 2. This double LP on black vinyl will list for about $40. There's a couple of live albums also on tap for the 9th as well. First up is Journey live in concert at Lollapalooza. Now, when I think Lollapalooza, I don't normally think Journey, but this one was recorded in Chicago in July of 2021, so it does have that new lead singer. So live in concert at Lollapalooza is a triple LP, and this one will list for $40. It's a fun one from Devo also. Somewhere with Devo is the name of this. The vinyl is clear with red and yellow swirl. The Somewhere with Devo suite was performed live one night only as the encore of the band's Total Devo concert at the Palace in Hollywood, California in 1988. The Devo remix set by DJ Kinky from 2010 is also included here, and this has never been released on vinyl previously. So Devo's Somewhere with Devo on clear red and yellow vinyl will list for about $25. Here's a fun one for you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans. This is Shredder's Revenge, the original soundtrack. Our description says this has been inspired by the music of one of the most iconic pop culture trends of all time. The main composition was assigned to someone named T. Lopez, the talent behind the music of Sonic Mania and Streets of Rage. There are also lots of guest artists on here as well, including Ghostface Killah and Wu-Tang Clan, and Mike Patton, frontman of Faith No More and Mr. Bungle. They all performed exclusive tracks recorded specifically for the video game and the soundtrack. So I guess this is a video game soundtrack. Doesn't mention that earlier, so we'll go with that. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Shredder's Revenge original soundtrack will list for $70. We've got a picture disc from Fraggle Rock. This is Fraggle Rock Back to the Rock. Our description says this is a limited vinyl picture disc pressing and the original soundtrack from the Apple TV Plus original series Fraggle Rock. So this is, again, the newer one. The album features the original songs from the reboot of the classic Fraggle Rock series, produced by Harvey Mason Jr. and performed by the title characters, with special guest stars like Patti LaBelle, Ed Helms, and Kenan Thompson. So Fraggle Rock's Back to the Rock picture disc will list for about $25. Okay, now here's a tough one, so please just bear with me on this. This is a release called For the Birds, the Birdsong Project. Now this is a 20 LP box set that lists very heavy. We'll get to that in just a moment. But our description says, For the Birds, the Birdsong Project is an art-filled 20 LP box set including over 200 tracks of original music and bird-related poetry. Now this goes on to say that proceeds from the sale of this collection and supporting events will be dedicated to the protection of birds and the habitats they need today, tomorrow, and for all our futures. Specifically though, the funds will go to the National Audubon Society. Now with 20 LPs and over 200 tracks of music, this has got some interesting artists performing on it, including Nick Cave, Beck is on here, Emily Cross, Beach House, Spring Summer, Jarvis Cocker, Jeff Tweedy, and even the Flaming Lips. Now there is some poetry in here. One that stood out is written by Michigan writer Jim Harrison and read by Sean Penn. There's also another poem by Harrison that's read by Matthew McConaughey. So if you're interested in this, For the Birds, the Birdsong Project, again, it is a 20 LP box set with proceeds going to the National Audubon Society. Well, the list price on this is coming in at $400. Not sure how limited of a pressing this is, but if If you are that interested, let me know and we'll do what we can to dig up some information on that. There's also quite a few cool ones on the reissue front coming on the 9th as well. Let's start this off with King Crimson. Now, I'm not familiar with this King Crimson album, really hardly at all, but Earthbound, apparently this is the 50th anniversary of that album. So we're getting a 50th anniversary reissue. Our description says that Earthbound is the final remaining release of the original King Crimson album series. This reissue has been cut from the masters approved by Robert Fripp and Jason Mitchell and continues the highly collectible King Crimson reissue series. This was originally released in 1972. So the 50th anniversary of King Crimson's Earthbound on single LP 200-gram vinyl will list for about $37. From the King to Queen, here is another in the Queen reissues. This is A Day at the Races. Originally released in 1976, this is a limited edition 180-gram black vinyl pressing. And this one will list at about $30. And from Queen to the Queens of the Stone Age, see what I did there? We've got a pair from Queens of the Stone Age being reissued, Like Clockwork and Villains. Like Clockwork is coming out on double LP clear and red vinyl. That one will list for about $40. And this reissue of Villains is on clear white vinyl, double LP also. That one will list for about $45. Here's a random color edition of My Morning Jacket's Circuital. I hope I'm saying that right. This is a deluxe edition, and it will be a random color triple LP set. Looks like we're getting either a blue, orange, or pinkish purple type of one. So you don't know what you're going to get until you open it. But this is a deluxe edition of the Grammy-nominated 6th studio album by My Morning Jacket. And again, our description says this triple LP set is pressed in 3 limited edition colors distributed at random and housed in a glow-in-the-dark jacket with a fold-out poster included. So this one coming from My Morning Jacket will list for about $50. Another anniversary edition, this one being the 10th anniversary of Boys and Girls from Alabama Shakes. We had a used copy of this, by the way, and just listened to that in the store earlier today. Very cool stuff. But this 10th anniversary edition will be on cloudy, clear, double vinyl. Now, the first LP of this double set is, of course, the album. And the second vinyl is a live set recorded for KCRW's Morning Becomes Electric show in 2012. This set also comes in a foil board gatefold jacket with new photos and has a download card as well. So Boys and Girls 10th anniversary on clear vinyl from Alabama Shakes will list for about $36. Here is a reissue from Big Star. This is #1 record coming on gold and purple vinyl. This one listing for about $33. And we're getting a blues reissue from John Lee Hooker. This is The Healer. Originally released in 1989, this collection features collaborations with artists including Carlos Santana, Bonnie Raitt, Charlie Musselwhite, Canned Heat, Los Lobos, and George Thorogood. Hooker was 73 years old when The Healer came out, and it earned him his first of many future Grammys, winning Best Traditional Blues Performance for I'm in the Mood. This is a 180-gram black vinyl reissue, so John Lee Hooker's The Healer will list for about $30. Switching gears, let's head over to the college radio alternative side of things. Here's a reissue from Echo and the Bunnymen. This is Evergreen. It is also an anniversary edition, 25th anniversary to be precise. This one was originally released in 1997. So Echo and the Bunnymen's Evergreen will list for about $33. I guess we'll count this one as college radio also, but it really kind of delves on that alternative, almost punkish side. This is by The Birthday Party, which was a project of Nick Cave, and it's called Junkyard. So this reissue is coming on purple and blue splatter. It's got one of the coolest album covers I think I've seen in quite some time. Originals of this, by the way, can get a little pricey. So if you've always been looking for Junkyard by The Birthday Party, this may be a good route to go. So this purple and blue splatter vinyl edition, limited edition, by the way, will list for about $25. And finally, we've also got a pair of reissues coming from Bauhaus, Burning from the Inside, and The Sky's Gone Out. 2 very, very cool albums from the 80s. Our description says that Burning from the Inside was mastered directly from HD audio files, transferred directly from the original master tapes. That one will list for about $29, while The Sky's Gone Out, which has got some great Bauhaus music on there. One of my personal favorites, by the way, is Third Uncle. This one is going to list also for about $29. So that is a quick check of some of the new releases headed to an independent record store near you. If you're local here in the Midland, Michigan area and see something you'd like us to pre-order, just contact us here at the store and we'll take care of you. Outside of the area, please check our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. Scroll through the upcoming releases and you can click an order directly from there. So you can have it either shipped if you'd like, or set for a pickup here in the store. But either way, we'll do what we can to take care of you. Till next week, you folks have a great one. Thanks for watching.